Hello, today we're going to be installing a new cedar wood fence at this property here in St. Clair Shores. As you can see, this homeowner already has most of the yard already done. They've got this side already done. It looks like they've got maybe a small dog and they've put some pickets here to keep the dog inside. We're going to be doing the rear fence line here. So this is going to be interesting because at this particular location, there's a ton of green growth growing up right against the fence line. So we're going to be coming in, taking out the chain link fence and pruning back this wall of green so that we can install a brand new cedar fence to match the rest. So we're going to be dealing with quite a few challenges on this site. As you can see, the grade is pretty wild. So you got a much lower grade on this side compared to this side. Even though it may not show up on camera, you've got about a 6-7 inch step up from the left side to the right, and there's a ton of bricks and stuff going on back here that at some point it looks like either the grade was brought up or the grade was eroded away. So we're gonna go ahead and deal with that. Now, if we use the fence line to take care of that issue, then the top of the fence line is gonna look real jagged. So we're gonna come up with a real nice solution. What we're gonna end up doing is taking some of this wood out, old rotted wood, and we'll go ahead and run this height on this side, and we'll run it all the way across to this side, and any low area we're gonna correct with adding topsoil back here so that we have a nice, clean, straight fence line across the whole rear. So this is gonna be interesting. But we installed the cedar wood fence that you can see right here. This is how it looks after a few years of weathering. And so you look at this chain link fence, you can see that it's seen its day, but the end caps aren't connected. Whoever put this in just didn't do that great of a job anyway, but nonetheless it is still up and it's stood the test of time, I guess. You can see that the ties weren't really tied all that tight. None of it was really installed. It probably was done by a homeowner, maybe somebody that didn't really do this all the time, because you can see that none of the components are installed correctly. But nonetheless, we will be removing it, pruning back a little bit so that a new wood fence can go, and I'll show you guys along the process. So this is how it looks now, and we'll show you how it looks once all this is out and the posts are driven in. See you in the next scene. Check out this beautiful cedar fence that we just installed here at this property in St. Clair Shores. If you need fencing, give us a call, 313-574-5659. What we installed here is a cedar fence with the steel post. Now, what's really nice about this system is with the steel post, you get a super straight fence. When you see a wooden fence and it looks all wavy, it is because the posts tend to curl, tend to rot at the base. With the steel post, this fence is gonna last probably longer than me. I mean, it's gotta be able to survive 60 years or so with a steel post, galvanized steel post. When you look down this way, you can see the steel, and it's hidden by a picket, so it almost looks like it's wooden. Now on the other side, we have a smooth finish. If I can get up there and show you. Actually climbing the fence right now. You got the smooth finish going to the neighbor's side, real nice and straight. And you can see we've installed this fence here. This one was done on an earlier date. As you can see, it's weathered now for at least a year. And the other side was done even a year before. So this particular client has had to do their fence kind of 1 year at a time. 1 year they did one side, and now they're finally getting around and doing the last stretch, and that's the back side. So dealing with this, we had a few challenges. As you can see on the neighbor side, it's all brush. Now this brush had to get cut back a little bit in order for us to install the fence, so we did cut that back a little, and that's kind of the nice point of being able to do some trimming, do some grading if needed. As you can see, we put a little soil here because the grade over there in that corner got really high. Try to get down. The grade over in this corner got really high, so we ended up with a gap along the bottom here, which would have potentially failed the inspection. We need to be at 6 feet high, and we were like 6.5 feet high because of how low. So we brought in some topsoil. We brought in about 2 yards, and we filled in the low areas, and we put down some peat moss and grass seed so that the lawn can grow back. But we're ready for our final inspection now. If you measure the height to the grade, we're right at 6 feet. So beautiful cedar fence. My favorite style of fence to install or to have is a cedar fence. It has that rustic look once it ages. And believe it or not, you can actually clean this fence, power wash it, and put a chemical on it to bring back the color to that original cedar color that you have here. Like if this wood ever were to crack, you'd see that this color, this discoloration is only on the outside. The golden color that you see here on this entire fence that's new, that golden color is still present. So this can be washed and brought back. It can be stained. I like the natural look, but maybe this client will go ahead and stain it. It's not something that we do in-house, but something that can be done after. So thank you for tuning in. If you need a privacy fence, reach out. Stokes Outdoor, 313-574-5659.